We're here with the Alcort Super Sailfish ZSA working on the with the rub rail on the side and the tow rail on the deck. Got it going down the port side. Now we're finishing up on the starboard side. Tow rail's about 3/4 of an inch wide. Gives us clearance here and enough drainage to go past the handrails. And back here we've just been putting in screws every 3 to 12 inches depending on how much bend it needed to take. So a few more screws up here coming around the curve by the handrails. And we're back to the stern here, working on the stern treatment. We got the right side of this, wrong side. A rip side and a crosscut side. Back in the groove there, now it's going. Last little bit there, didn't want to come off. And so on the stern here, we're going to take this Shinto rasp here. It's got a coarse side and then kind of a fine side. Use that to get the rough shape like we did over here. Everything blends together, and then we round it off the edges so it doesn't catch anybody's Get that down. I've got a little piece here will fit. Going to be the trim on the transom. Use a highly calibrated pencil here to get our spacing, and then we'll come over here and trim it up. Get the spacing on the other side. And attach that, and then everything will be a dry fit. And by dry fit meaning there's no adhesive in the seams. We're going to come back and take the mark the trim, so we'll come in and we'll put a, let's go over here on this one, put a little witness mark on the deck up the side so that when we go to put it back on, put some epoxy under, take it off, put epoxy underneath, go to put it back on, we'll know where it lines up, so the screw holes will get lined up. Put it back on with just a little bit of light pressure, enough to where we see the epoxy start to squeeze up, and then we'll let that dry. Once the epoxy's dry, we can decide whether we're taking the screws out or leaving them in. Either way, I want it flush. I don't want to see the screw heads, so they either have to be sunk in just a little more, or just remove them and fill with the fairing compound and go from there. That's the Alcort Super Sailfish ZSA.